everyone. This is Rob Golfi with Remax, the Golfi team. Welcome to the Golfi Real Estate Show with host Stephanie Vivier.
Well, welcome back, Rob Golfi. We love having Phil on. He does such a great job, and he really does sound very, very much like you. But we missed you.
Yeah, no. So last week, so I was prepping to go to my colonoscopy, and it was well overdue because the last one I did was 10 years ago. And they said to come every 5 years after that, right? And I just, time goes by, which you shouldn't neglect your health. You should always, we've got the technology to look at us inside and out. And so I said, I better do this because time has gone too much too fast, and I should get this checked out. So on the Wednesday, so the Thursday, I guess I got to start taking these pills and start drinking this powdered stuff mixed with water, and it just goes through the system. So I was okay for that, and I show up at the hospital, and getting ready to go. And it's funny how they kind of tell you you're laying in that bed, gurney, I don't know, whatever you call it, and they say, okay, go on your side. I go, okay, and you don't realize you're falling asleep because I guess I didn't realize that they were putting the IV was put in, but then they connected it, and then you just kind of fall asleep when you go on your side. You don't even realize you're falling asleep. Then you wake up and you're in a different room, and it's like, what the heck? That just happened? Like I just went through this. So when I get up, everything's all good, and they take me downstairs, leaving the hospital. I went and just had something to eat, just laid eggs, and so from noon on Thursday, no, was it Friday? Noon Friday till 4 o'clock Saturday, I was laying down in the bed in a dark room. I don't know what happened. I think the anesthesiology, like the chemical, must have had an effect on me, because some people are back to normal within the same day after they have their colonoscopy, but I didn't. I needed to be out, and we were having our Christmas party Saturday night, and I don't.
Oh no!
And you know what? It was a big risk. I shouldn't have done that like the day before our Christmas party, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it. Like, I was going regardless how bad shape I was in, but then as the night went on, I got better and better, and I was 100% probably by the end of the night. But the next day, yeah, it knocked me out pretty bad. Like it knocked me out. I wasn't eating, and I had to order food in, and just to get my body back going again, and it was tough. And for some people, it's a piece of cake, no problem. They're back in action. Me, it beat me up pretty good, and but I'm glad I've done it, and everything is good. And now just 5 years from now, better put the timer on, do it again, and stuff like that. I just better make sure I don't have anything planned in 24 to 48 hours after that. Just kind of lay down and rest, and that's it. But it's a popular thing. Two of my friends just went through it within the same month as I did. And it was just kind of ironic that it happened. But it was it was good. We had the Christmas party. We had a great Christmas party. We held it at the Ruth Chris in Niagara Falls, and I love their ballroom after, because they have the bar and the dance floor together, and that's where the crowd is always all the time. And I always wanted a venue where the bar and the dance floor is in one room, not two separate rooms, because then all of a sudden you have two different crowds in the same venue. So that was a very big success at the Ruth Chris in Niagara Falls last weekend.
A lot of dancers in the Golfi team.
Yes, there is a lot of dancers on the Golfi team, and it was good. It's one of that everybody loves going to it. We get a probably almost like a 90% attendance rate.
That's incredible.
Yeah, which is good. And I mean, we've got agents that live from Oakville, Burlington, Brantford, Hamilton, through Niagara region, Fort Erie, everywhere. So but we get a limo bus in the Hamilton area everybody gets picked up and driven down and stuff like that. And we also had a great deal on hotel rooms at the Wyndham Hotel. They gave us their super deals if people wanted to stay over. So a lot of people teamed up and shared a room, and so that they just had to, take the elevator upstairs and they were in bed right away, and they didn't have to worry about driving home or anything like that, which was good.
Makes for a great night out. I'm glad, you know what? Thanks for talking about your colonoscopy. Some people don't talk about those kinds of things, but I think it's important, Rob, because especially men, you guys get a bad rap for not going out and taking care of your health and all that kind of stuff. So to see that a busy guy like you is making that a priority, I think it's important. It's a good reminder for all of us.
Yeah, it is. It is. And you know what? And I'll tell you, I went 10 years without one, and I really let it go, and I shouldn't have, because who knows what could happen, right? So, but I'm all good, and everybody should do one if you haven't done one. And I was just talking to a friend of mine, and he's never gone for one, and I'm like, what? I go, buddy, you should have been on. You should be doing your third or fourth right now. You know what I mean? Like this should have been my third one that I was on, but it was my second one, and I just said, yeah, you better start going. But some people, just I guess they don't see it. They don't see the doctor enough, or whatever. But it is important. I mean, we all think we're healthy on the outside, right? And then you look at these billionaires, and they live to 99 years old, and you know what it is? They get a 1 day physical or 2 day physical done on them, and they get checked. They get their blood checked. And the blood will detect whether if you have any kind of cancerous cells in your system. So if they find something right away, they can treat it and prevent it to get worse. But most people, when they find out they got stage 4 cancer, like you don't want to find it at that level. You want to find out that you have a little pebble of a cancer that you can burn off or get rid of, and that's the key thing of getting checked out. But that's why all these super wealthy people live forever, because they get themselves checked out. They, I mean, obviously they're paying a big money to have a physical done, because they get the everything done that we don't normally have with our healthcare system. But you can pay for that. But I'll tell you, if you are laying down and you're dying, you would give up half your fortune or even all your fortune just to get your health back. So why not just spend a little extra money now, and even just go for a physical that's a little bit better than what our doctors are giving us. They have places in Toronto that you spend a whole day there, and they do a full check on you. And I've done that a couple of times in the past. And they check your heart rate, they check your blood. They take 20 vials of blood, tiny vials of blood, and they check for everything. But it's a cool thing. It's a cool thing. So it's health is not something you gamble with. That's for sure.
Definitely not something that Santa can leave underneath the Christmas tree. So we try not to take it for granted.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get into some real estate, Rob. I understand the phones have been a little busy over there at the Golfi Real Estate Team. Yeah,
people are now prepping. They're getting ready. That ones that want to sell in a new year. We find the phones ringing. Now, the misconception that people I want to get rid of is that they think because the interest rates are going to go down, that their house price is going to go up dramatically. We don't know that. I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to flatline for a bit. Meaning that the house prices are just going to go up and down between 3 and 5%, up 1 month, down 1 month, between 3 and 5%. And the reason why is because in the 90s, from 1990 to 1999, the average sale price, the house prices kind of flatlined the whole decade because 1987, 88, 89, the market just blew up, just went crazy, just like we went through in 2021 and part of 2022. And it got to a point where it was unaffordable for people to buy. And so there was a ceiling on the prices. And I do feel that we're going to have that. I don't think we're going to go a decade that long with our housing prices flatline, but I do feel that, house prices, houses will sell, but at the price that the market's willing to pay. And and more houses will sell because of it. And I was reading an article that they're saying there's a shortage of homes on the market, even though there's a lot of a decent amount of inventory, but most of that inventory is priced too high. That people are still, their expectations are that 2022 and 2021 prices, which is an anomaly, which will never, the prices will get up to that level eventually again, but right now it just can't sustain it. Like it just can't. Young people are looking for houses right now. They know the market better than the realtors do, because they're the ones with the money in their pocket. But otherwise, phones are ringing, the sellers are calling, and they're getting ready, and they're talking about putting their house on the market in the new year. And timing is good because there's more activity. It's more people looking, and who knows what the market will do. I'm sure there'll be some press about houses are, some of them will be in competition. You'll have competition no matter what the market is. It depends how you price the house.
You can find them at robgolfi.com, 905-641-0308. Get an instant home estimate at golfihomevalue.com.